At the dinner table, when my kids asked me, what did I do? I said, I help keep the country safe. I have a similar role as CISO, where I try and help customers keep their information safe. If you're in the cybersecurity business, you have to manage a risk. And risk is composed of a threat, a vulnerability, and a bad consequence you want to avoid. So what I found particularly effective is engaging at the executive level by asking them, what are the bad consequences you want to avoid? And then we can shape a cybersecurity strategy around identifying the threats and the vulnerabilities that might lead to those bad consequences. Some people ask me, well, what do we do about risk? And my answer is usually, well, just because we can't eliminate all risk doesn't mean that we can't manage it. If you want to do cybersecurity at speed and scale, you have to adopt the strategies of automation and integration. Donald Rumsfeld was famously quoted as saying, there are three things you need to worry about: the known knowns, the known unknowns, and the unknown unknowns. From a known known perspective, that means you need to take care of your fundamental cyber hygiene, such as doing the right types of patches and using indicators of threat that you know about and making sure those threats can't reach your system. For the known unknowns, those are the things that you know are out there, but you're not quite sure where they are and when they might show up. That's where, in the cybersecurity business, behavioral-based technology fits in really, really well. We can look at known good behavior and known bad behavior, then figure out which one of those do we need to mitigate. Unknown unknowns. How in the world do you protect against something like that? Well, that gets back to future-proofing your architecture. You can best prepare for the unknown unknowns, the things we can't yet even imagine today, and you do that by building your architecture based on speed and integration. Our critical infrastructures, the things that are used to securely and safely operate our electric grid, our water supply, our transportation systems, etc., is those operational technology systems have been connected through cyber means. That creates a new avenue for adversaries to come in and attempt to do bad things against those critical infrastructures. Cloud represents an opportunity to achieve agility and flexibility in IT operations. What Fortinet does is we offer our solutions. They can exist inside your own data center, but we offer those same services that can operate in the cloud. IoT, the Internet of Things, is simply the latest iteration of the endpoint. So endpoint used to be the desktops we used, and that soon became the laptops and maybe the tablets we use. And now the definition of endpoint is often thought of as the smartphones that we carry around in our pockets. But IoT is becoming the new endpoint. The second thing about IoT is their relative insecurity. And what I mean is, IoT appliances tend to be small, lightweight, inexpensive things without any cybersecurity built into them. Criminals and other attackers today have gotten very, very clever, not only coming at you very, very quickly, but by morphing the way they come at you. And those changes typically cause havoc on cybersecurity defenses. Digital transformation is driving how companies do business today and how they position themselves for doing business in the future. So the pace of digital transformation is nearly breathtaking. And so what companies need to do is they need to integrate their strategy with digital transformation, with technology, so they can posture themselves to either evolve constantly or revolutionize how they do business. The one thing I talk about customers more than anything else is the importance of having a segmentation-based strategy. One of the first things you need to do when looking to better secure your company is identifying how can I create segments of my company, segments of my network, so that I can, number one, prevent a breach, number two, limits its scope if I am breached, and number three, quickly recover from a small breach as opposed to a large breach. Segmentation done with great agility is the number one cybersecurity strategy of the day. Fundamentally, Fortinet helps convey ideas, do business, or personally interact. We do that by offering solutions that's worked on the biggest capital markets of New York City and also in life-saving healthcare applications in Mumbai. We do that at Fortinet through broad, automated, and integrated solutions, so that your defenses work together as a team. Rather than the adversary choosing the time and place of the attack, you can mitigate at the time and place of your strength. That's important because the siloed solutions today that are available from many different vendors, they're essentially time vampires. They take away good time that you should be spending on the analysis of the data and the analysis of your systems, and instead it has humans serving the needs of machines, when what we need to do is we need to flip that around so machines serve the needs of humans.